product, yeah. Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. Na SON.
Stop foreigners from taking over our businesses and depriving our youths sources of livelihood. Local manufacturers tell federal government as the Standards Organization of Nigeria emphasizes on the imperatives of standards. This was at a sensitization organized by the Standards Organization of Nigeria in Lagos. We have details of that stakeholders forum after this short message. Please stay with us.
Let's palm it. What is PAM? PAM, Product Authentication Mark, is a new product launched by the Standards Organization of Nigeria to protect Nigerian consumers against fake and substandard products, to assure us all of genuine SON-certified products and guarantee value for money. So before you purchase any item, make sure you check for the PAM sticker. To PAM, send code to 281 or download SON PAM app on Play Store or iOS to scan QR code to authenticate the product. It is that simple. Before purchase of any SON-regulated product, PAM it. Standard Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards. For more information, visit www.son.gov.ng.
Ihe a na ka ị ga-ene anya mgbe ọbụla ijere igo igwe eji ala ụlọ. Nke izizi bụ ịfụ na afọ onye lụrụ igwe a dịkwa na ya. Nke ịbụọ bụ ụbọchị alụlụ igwe a ọ dịkwa na igwe ahụ eji ala ụlọ. Nke atọ bụ ogologo igwe ahụ. Ọ na-adị 12 na mita. Nke anọ bụ ọkpụrụkpụ ya. Ọ na-adị 8 na milimita, 20 na milimita, 40 na milimita. Nke ọbụla onye na-ego, ọ ga-eji elili tụọ ya ụdọ iji wee ka o wee doo ya anya na ihe ọ na-ego bụ SON na-akwalite ndụ.
Welcome to Standard and You. It's your guide to product quality and safety. We begin the program by telling you that some manufacturers in the country say the disturbing influx of foreigners into the nation's retail market, if not checked, will have adverse effects on the nation's industrial sector.
The government will help us. They will help us and fight the battle. Because they are trying to take over our nation and push us aside. Somebody, as I'm talking, I borrow money from microfinance. I pay interest, I pay workers, I pay rentage, I pay my tax. And at the end of the day, they will bring low quality of stone tiles and crash the price.
We cannot help ourselves. I don't know how the government is going to help us.
They made this known at a sensitization put together by the Standards Organization of Nigeria in Lagos. Standard and You was there.
These are producers of paints and galvanized primary and secondary roofing sheets, as well as importers of goods. This forum was in furtherance of the Standards Organization of Nigeria's strategic public enlightenment campaign on the benefits of standards.
We must interact. Interaction is key. If you don't understand what we mean by low gauge, those of you who are practicing, we believe in your knowledge. Bring it to bear. Discuss with us. Whatever problem and challenge you have, bring it forward. It will be taken straight to the Director General. So please, utilize this opportunity, listen carefully, understand well, and go about and do the right things and ensure that you import only standard products, standard gauge, as far as aluminum roofing sheet is concerned. And for those in the manufacturing industry, as regards to paint, you know what I mean. When it rains, your product will be tested. When the sunshine comes, your product will be tested. If you achieve standard, or if you put in everything that is required to attain standard in your products, it can withstand all these elements, all these vagaries of nature challenges.
The whole idea, according to the Director General of the SON, Malam Farouk Salim, who was represented at the occasion by Director, Southwest Region, Yesterday Akinlabi, was to entrench a culture of quality, fairness and best practices among local producers of goods.
The organization is calling on stakeholders in the aluminium roofing sheets and paint sectors to please adhere strictly to standard quality parameters during production. The compliance to the requirements of this standard is what will give you certification. The objective is actually to encourage excellent quality products and healthy competition among stakeholders. I want to advise the leadership of these sectors to show leadership commitment, analyze both factory and market samples, create consumer awareness, and engage in regular trainings and voluntary competition to ensure quality. We expect a good operating environment that will engender best practices, as this will be a morale booster for people working for you. To the consumers, do not buy any market product without the markup logo. That logo, as I said earlier, is the certification logo. It is a logo of quality. It does not matter where it comes from. It is a sign that the product has not been certified if it does not have the markup logo. We are not just interested in selling and implementing the standard, but also want to expand your businesses. That is why we have standards that will actually guide your production. We want to collaborate with you to make it easier for SON to implement and enforce standards by giving us information on infractions.
The Director General, who lamented the negative impact substandard products have had and continue to have on the economy, told the roofing sheet producers to resist the temptation to compromising on quality, adding that it's one sure way of ensuring the survival of their businesses. In spite of the precarious situation, he urged the importers and producers to put the interest of the country first and above self. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, working with the renewed government's determination, he noted, is committed to protecting local industrialists from unfair competition. A lot, he disclosed, is being done to expand government support to local manufacturers. Director, National Metrology Institute, NMI, of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Engineer Onucheyo Enebi, took the first paper. He spoke on the standards of roofing sheets and why it's important for manufacturers and importers to adhere strictly to the standards of the products. Group Head, Chemical Technology of the SON, provided insights on the standards for paint.
As a small boy, my father as a civil servant built a house. That house is built in a village. The steel sheet that he used in roofing the house is what is there till today. Do we have such product in the market now? Why? Do we know why the product is still serving us? Because, number one, the base metal thickness is what was required by the standard. The coating was done to the right level. You understand? It can withstand the rain, it can withstand the wind, it can withstand the sun. It's good for our environment. But what you sell to us today, most of them don't meet our desired needs. It's a shadow of what we used to get before. Roofing sheet must be able to stand the test of time. And that is why we have taken the pain to gather all of you together to discuss the technical requirements for this product. For stone coated, for profile aluminum roofing sheet. We discuss all that. Step type, name whatever type we are talking about. We have discussed it and we have agreed on what to do. Today we all know that the minimum thickness of base metal for profile aluminum roofing sheet is what? Who can tell me? Among the manufacturers, yes? Thank you. 0.4. But what do we get in the market? Even with coating, it's less than 0.4. With coating, it's less than 0.4. So please, we need to toe the path of honor. The part of honor is to ensure that if the minimum thickness of base metal is 0.4, and then after you coat, we are expected to see more than 0.4 as the overall thickness of the roofing sheet.
Government has allowed the micro, small, medium enterprise to the large and the very large to produce paint. You can produce, everybody here. So we now have so many productions, some produced in their kitchen and their backyards. Government allowed it. We must do business. But now in the production, people are not doing the right thing. Before you start production, even if you are going to do it at the back of your house. And why? Because production of paint is like cooking. It's just put every ingredient and you mix. Even if you are going to do that, the first thing you must do is to find out the standard for that product you are producing. You must get a copy. Go through it, check the requirements of that standard. Then you know what you need, and then you start your production. And as you produce, you check. You do the quality control testing before you do your quality assurance. But people just mix. They think you can just mix and pour in containers, and then you just put into the public for use. The Paint Manufacturers Association, I want to appreciate them for coming together and gathering all paint manufacturers. It should be all paint manufacturers that should belong to this association, because they consistently collaborate with SON in the standard drafting, ensuring that there is no compromise to the quality of products. They create awareness, relevance, economic development to the nation. So when paint manufacturers say they are not able to do this, to do that, they have an association, paint manufacturers, whether individual. You have an association that you can group people together. You can group to have a place where you do your quality test. 3 people can come together, associate themselves, register it to carry out quality tests in production. If you say an individual cannot get all the required equipment. But before your product can come out, it must be tested to bench it with the requirements of the standard. And it is when it passes the requirements of the standard that you can now release it for consumption.
It was an interactive session which afforded participants the opportunity to seek clarifications on critical parameters of the standards and the essence of observing best practices in a competitive market like Nigeria. There were questions from participants bordering on the need to review some areas of standards for both products and the impact of substandard products on their businesses.
0 point, we wrote a letter sometimes last year asking some to consider using 0.3 as the minimum for roofing. Because presently, as I'm telling you, people roof their houses in Nigeria with 0.2, 0.23, 24. I don't believe in that. If you come to my factory as I'm talking now, you can't get that. And about 80% of people here, you won't get it in their factory because they will belong to the association and we are fighting it in between ourselves. But business-wise now, I've invested money. In a factory, I have about 25 workers. And I come to my factory and I sit down, I fold my hands every day, not selling. I have responsibilities. I have obligations to meet. Someone that we are doing the same business but does not belong to the association, which I don't have control over, is bringing lesser wages and is flying to the bank. He's picking his bills. I am forming righteousness, and I can't pick my bills. I can't pay my students salaries at will. I can send my children to school. I can't do what I need to do. What do you expect me to do? I will bend a little. And that was why we came back to SON. I said, look, give us a minimum standard of 0.30. If you give us that, you will help us a lot. And we push at our meeting, look, If what all of us are selling as a minimum is 0.30, if you come to me and I say it's 1,000 naira per meter, if you go to Mr. B, 1,000 per meter, of course you will not sell what we are selling now. But if I am stick by 0.40 as a minimum, and someone brings in 0.23, and in a month he sells over 5 containers, while I'm happy to sell ordinary 10 tons in a month, that is the major problem we have.
But the thing is painful and we cannot compete. My colleague in Ghana, will not have this tankers or whatever to import any material. So I want you to look at it. Say it's political, say it's political thing. The second thing I want to say is that we've been having dialogue with Son and things like that. For mountain manufacturer in Nigeria, we have in Lagos over 1,200. But those that will be on the list of man, they are less than 25. So the burden of maintenance standard is on those 25 outfits. And we start the same market. So there's no way or when Sunstyle can go to the market and do yourself. We tried under the president before. And the thing is, the presidency said then that the emphasis of government is for employment. So don't touch them. And we said, what? If the president says, don't touch them, well, we saw want to touch them. But the reality has come that, and I keep on saying to my colleagues in the paint industry, if you continue to make substandard product to the market, you are destroying the market for yourself. And that's why we have alternative now. Go to any group, in interior, we have the PVC that are taking over. That would be about 20% of the volume that paid for the ceiling. It's gone. You will see profile aluminum going into exterior building now. You have tiles. So, amongst ourselves, we have discussed that amongst ourselves. And we have made up our mind that whatever it takes, give standard product to protect our industry. Otherwise, we are all deep.
For the man that complain that people are bringing in products and you are not selling, why those bringing in substandard are selling? If you get such information, you can anonymously send us that information and watch what we will do. That is one. Then, for your own case, when you write requesting for a review of the standard, it is not because you write, automatically the standard will be changed. No. It will be sent to all the relevant stakeholders, your sector, the academicians, the users, the consumers, everybody, everybody, the standard will be sent to them. We'll get their comments, collate this comment, and we must have the agreement from the majority that yes, there is need to review this standard. Then before the meeting can be called. That is the process we are in right now. So just be patient.
We didn't ignore your letter, but everything has a process. This event will be reported two ways. One will go into the general platform of SON. The other one will be reported direct to federal government. So all these things that will be raised here will be covered. We are not here to joke. If at the end of the day you didn't get angry, then my effort is wasted. If at the end of the day nobody talked about the impact of the economy to individual traders and traders collectively, that means this effort is wasted. The sensitization is like the vaccine. You are sensitizing your immune system. We are here to sensitize ourselves. We sensitize you, you sensitize us. We go back and look inward, in retrospect. We understand what they are facing and see the government is not set up SON to suppress our traders, our indigenous manufacturers. SON is set up to protect them and guide them. Those that want to, from trading to manufacturing, SON will help them and give them, just as you said, you can buy the standard book and know what to do to import correctly and what to do to manufacture correctly. But you cannot do this successfully with all the problems you're talking about now. So I assure you that everything you said now and the letter you wrote will resurrect and will be used this time. So I want more people to say their mind. We are taking note.
Of great concern to the local producers was the influx of foreigners, especially from China, into the retail market. They say a situation where a foreigner imports large consignment and disposes same at the retail level is no longer acceptable. While corroborating the concerns of local producers, the Special Assistant to the DG of the SON, Chief Emeka Duru, frowned at the development and assured the traders and local importers of government's intervention to protect local genuine businesses.
People that import, particularly the foreigners, their countries give them good incentive. They bring these products to Nigeria as people that bring it as wholesalers. Then there are value shares, there are distributors. You sell it to the distributors who will now retail. You cannot be a wholesaler and then you retail at the same time. You will shock out our indigenous traders, and some is created to also protect not just our manufacturers but our traders. Don't be a wholesaler and also be a retailer. I will even advise you and encourage you to bring the equipment to the country and manufacture here and employ labor, employ people.
According to him, government through Standards Organization of Nigeria will continue to come up with measures to protecting indigenous manufacturers and promote quality to ensure that consumers get value for their money. The sensitization continues.
Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, ẹ kú kalẹ̀. Nígbà gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ ra irin ìkọ́lé lọ́jà, àwọn nǹkan mẹ́rin yìí ó ṣe pàtàkì fún yín láti ti mọ ètò jẹ́ ojúlówó. Àkọ́kọ́, orúkọ iléeṣẹ́ tó ṣe irin náà. Èkejì, ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ṣe irin yẹn. Ẹ̀kẹta, ó ní àlàjá irin yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì àlàjá. Fún àpẹẹrẹ, àlàjá eléyìí ní ó ní mìlímítà 10. Nítorí náà ẹ wò ó yẹ kó pé mìlímítà 10. Tó bá dẹ̀ rú yín lójú, ẹ lè sọ fún àwọn ọlọ́jà yẹn kó bá yín fi ẹ̀rọ kó fi wọ́n. Kò gbúdọ̀ dín ní mìlímítà 10. Ẹ̀kẹrin ni gígùn irin náà. Gígùn irin yẹn ò gbúdọ̀ dín ní mítà 12. Tí a bá ra ohun tó tọ́, a ní ohun tó dára. SON, ìtẹ̀síwájú ènìyàn nípa ìpéwọ̀n.
Welcome back. I'll be sharing 5 standard tips on life-endangering products. Ensure proper handling and right usage of the product. Do not gamble with your life. Put quality over quantity when making a purchase. Be vigilant. Know when they expire and seek a professional for guidance. Ensure proper handling and right usage of the product. Do not manage the product if it is defective. It is risky. We've come to the end of the program this week and look forward to having you join us next time for a fresh edition. Thanks for being part of the program. See you next time. Bye.
Why you dey buy fake product, make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.